Hey you, yes, you. Do you want doubled commander abilities? Well, may I present Robaran Mercenaries, a 4-mana vigilant 3/4 which has all activated abilities of legendary creatures you control. This card is, well, ideal for decks with commanders with activated abilities, especially ones that tap. But why would you play this over a Strio or an untap effect? Well, for the most part, you don't. However, this card is truly wonderful for its wealth of niche synergies, which I'll get into now. So the easiest place for this thing to fit is decks with lots of activated abilities, stuff like Zerda, or Legends Matter decks like Kethis and Niambi. But why not consider this card in decks where the commanders have a self-sack effect, stuff like Darien the 48th or Linvala Shield of Seagate? You'll get the effect, and you'll keep your commander. Win-win to my eye. My favourite of these is actually in Bilbo Birthday Celebrant, where you get the 11t1 life effect whilst also keeping Bilbo on the field to juice up all your Soul Sisters effects, which you inevitably have as your entire deck lands onto the battlefield. But how about, say, using this in commanders that have only once a turn effects, like Mavinda or Lycia, or something like Garth One-Eye, where you can only choose each option once, but you'd love to have a second Semi-Garth, which you can sink all your mana from the Black Lotus Blinky shenanigans into for a second clutch Brain Geyser. Or how about 2 Yenas, which can copy the same enchantment at the same time, getting around the different name clause. Mercenaries also works really well in decks with commanders where untapping isn't the standard, stuff like Rubinia Soulsinger. Honestly, a secondary Muriaki Bereat, which actually untaps, sounds strong, for example. This card even just works in decks where commander taps for 1 strong ability. A second Scion Will or Lawmaster Quint activation sounds backbreaking. All this from a card which on its face looks like a bad impression of a clone in white. I haven't even got into corner cases like the combat shenanigans this thing can do with Balan. Or, well, I haven't even mentioned how I use it, which is to function as a second copy of the ever-changing Dane in my Dane deck, in case I steal an effect which I want to keep around. A lot of cards have a lot more niche synergies than you'd first expect, even ones that on their face look a bit mediocre. Why not give Robaran Mercs a second look in your white decks? And while you're at it, why not sift through your bulk rares? You never know, you might strike gold.